What's up, everybody? It's been about 3 years since I last recorded my testimony of meeting Jesus. I know it's been a while, but something happened about 2 months ago where I had another situation that arose, which was supernatural. Before I get into that, there was a little bit of something that happened to me before the visitation, my testimony and visitation from Jesus. I'll briefly share that. What happened was February of 2017. A friend of mine told me about a house just outside of Chicago, about an hour from me, that had these two portraits, and one of Jesus and one of Mary, and they dripped these healing oils. And anyone can go there. I was a little surprised when my first visit. They just opened the door with a smile and said, "Come on in." And I sat there and I was curious as to how these things were working. Was there something rigged up to it? But no, there was nothing. These were portraits that had oil covered over them, and they drip, into a little tub, and they give you, when you go there, they pray for you, and then they take a little bit of oil and they make the sign of the cross on your forehead. So when I was there, I felt like I was surrounded by angels, and it was like there was this wall around me, 360, and nothing bad could get in. So after I left the house, I was in the neighborhood about a week later, and I stopped in, and I talked to the owner again, and his brother was there, and I asked him if I could have some oil, because I had, I wouldn't say nerve damage, but I couldn't kneel down on my left leg on the calf, right by the shin, because the pain was excruciating. And I didn't want to take any medicine for it, because that's only putting a Band-Aid on it. But I told him about my situation, and he said he gave me a little plastic pouch of it and said to use this. And his brother said something, or he told me first, he goes, "Do you believe?" He says, "You have to believe, otherwise this won't work." I said, "I do, I believe. I trust you." And then his brother said, "You can be healed as quickly as 3 days with this oil." I said, "Okay, I'll give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work." Maybe probably 4 to 5 days after that, the nerve, the pain that I was having just outside of my shin was completely healed. And after that, that's when I started going back to church. It was Ash Wednesday was the first day of me going back, and that was in 2017. Now I still go every week, once a week, and I go to confession about once a month. And after that, you all know the rest from my testimony of Jesus. But this is what happened in late March of this year. So I was having high levels of anxiety, and something that I'd never really, it wasn't anything that I've really noticed or anything that really bothered me. But this was, the levels of anxiety were basically going through the roof. That's how high these things were. And I didn't know how to deal with it. So I thought, I'm going to start praying. And I got down on my knees alongside my bed, and I say this prayer that that works for me, at least. And then what I did was I took a little EVP voice recorder here, and I lay in bed, and it's just me here. So there's nobody else that's going to be making up funny sounds or whatever. So before on my way to fall asleep, I'd start having conversations or talk to God and see if maybe through a message or something that if he could help me. And I asked him, I said, "If you are willing, please take this off of me. It's overbearing. I know you can do it, but please come and take this away from me. It's getting to be too much for me." And I did this about 4 or 5 days in a row, 4 or 5 nights, and I didn't hear anything or see much. And then one day I came home from work, and I said, "I'm going to listen to that last night's the audio from on the recorder, and just about 3 minutes in, out of a 6 to 7 minutes recording session, a voice came through, a male voice. It was a fierce voice, but very comforting, and I knew that was the response I was looking for. And I'll play it back at the end of the video just because I want to get through as much as I can on a quick basis and not take up too much time. I listened to Sirius XM, The Message, Channel 63. It's a Christian, contemporary, whatever you want to call it as, but it's Christian music. And I was listening to that also, and it helped calm my nerves and anxiety and just keep my mind clear so I can focus on more important things. And it was interesting because when the artists come on and before their song is played, they talk about the meaning behind it, the message. And I can't remember, it was a female artist, and she was talking about her song, that when we are dealing with situations in our personal life and we feel like we're walking through a storm alone, and she says that we need to be reminded that we're not walking alone. That God is there, and He's there to comfort you. And I said, this is deja vu, because the voice of God, when He came through the voice recorder, He said, "I comfort you." And when I heard that, I go, "Oh my God!" I said, and it came to my realization that there are certain songs out there, certain music, whatever you're into, that they're giving you a message, and it comes at the right time when you need confirmation. And when I heard that, I said, okay, this is the real deal that's coming through here. I knew that song was being played for me and giving me reassurance of everything. And lastly, a few days, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 days after I heard the confirmation come through in the voice recorder, I was having a dream, and it was pitch black, and it was like this telescope opening up, and it was a portal of light. It was probably about 10 inches in circumference, about the size of a softball, and it went from a speck, and then it just started opening up, and this light shines through. And what I see at the end of it is I see God sitting on a throne, just very calmly with His arms on His side and I just looked at Him. He had this amazingly pure look on His face. He had white hair about down to here, about approximately the length of Jesus's, but he was in all white, and it was just beaming lights, brightness, just flaring out at me, and it was just like a confirmation saying that I'm watching you. And I'm going to get the audio clip here. I edited it down just so you wouldn't have to listen to all of it. It just basically comes in, and it's me talking, and then you'll hear the voice of God.
Thinking it's time for a different direction.
I'll play it one more time for you.
Thinking it's time for a different direction.
Now, normally I hear voices through here, but it's different. This one was completely different than the other ones I've got when I've been at other places picking up per se haunted voices. But this one echoed, and I've never had that come through before. It's always been a negative voice or like a child's voice, but it never echoes. So this gave me confirmation that this is a real deal. So once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you gotten something out of this. And comment if you feel that it's affected or it's helped you in any way. Thank you.